Welcome to Cooking with Glenn and Katie.
Today we are going to be making two apple recipes. One is an apple rose and the other is an apple dumpling.
These recipes were inspired by the apples that I picked up when I was traveling in Western Carolina.
Before we jump into the recipes, we are hoping to do a question and answer video in the coming weeks. So if you have any questions that you'd like us to answer, post them in the comments.
Or write us at cookingwithglennandkatie@gmail.com.
Let's get started.
Now it's time to make apple roses. 2 apples with red skin. These are red Rome apples. 2 cups of water. 1 puff pastry. 1/4 cup cream cheese, which is 2 ounces. 1 tablespoon honey. 5 tablespoons sugar. 1 tablespoon cinnamon. I love mountain apples and I go by Barber Orchards all the time. This year I bought some red Rome. I'd like to give a great shout out to KC who helped me select the apples. A great staff, wonderful place to go. They've got baked goods and they also have some excellent apple cider. If you're going to Western Carolina area, stop by Barber's Orchard. Now I'm going to start with cutting up 2 apples. That will be the petals of the roses. I'm going to cut the apple in half. I'm going to use the scoop to remove the core, but you can use a knife. Now I'm going to cut off each end and then I'll slice it in 1/8 of an inch slices. I put the apples in the 2 cups of water and I needed a little bit more water, so I added it. The apples need to be flexible. They're not flexible right now. Look at this. You see, if I try to bend it, it pops and it breaks. We need to make it so that they can be bent. So I'm going to microwave the bowl of apples for 3 minutes. I have 5 parts granulated sugar and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Just going to dump the cinnamon in with the sugar and I'll mix it up. And we'll have cinnamon and sugar. Now it's time to make some cream cheese and honey spread. Now I'm going to add the honey to the cream cheese. I'll mix it up. Okay, the honey and the cream cheese are blended. Put a little bit of flour down. I'm doing it on this parchment paper because I don't want the dough to be sticking on the counter. And this is puff pastry. I'm going to unwrap it here. Lay it down. And I'm going to roll it out because it needs to be about 12 by 12. This parchment paper is 12 inches wide. I need to make it into 6 strips. So a 2-inch slice there and a 2-inch slice here. This is a 2-inch slice, so I'm going to go down through here. And I'll cut this one in half, and that'll be 2 on both sides. There we go, we've got the 6 pieces. And I'm going to spread the cream cheese mixture on here. This is going to be yummy. And next, I'm going to sprinkle some cinnamon sugar on it. And now we're going to add the apples. And you want the apples to extend above the pastry about 1/4 of an inch, not more. You want them to overlap just touching overlap, not a big overlap. Then we're going to put another one in here. And now I'm going to fold this dough up. And now I'm going to roll it up very gently. And look at that. Is that not a gorgeous rose? Now I'm going to sprinkle some cinnamon sugar on top. Now I'll bake these at 375 for 40 to 45 minutes. Now it's time to make apple dumplings using crescent rolls. 1 cooking apple, 1 can of crescent rolls. Make sure it makes 8 rolls. 1 stick of butter, 3/4 cup of brown sugar packed, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1 cup of apple cider. I picked up a gallon at Barber Orchard, and to sprinkle on top I've got vanilla, sugar, and cinnamon. I melted the butter, and now I'm gonna mix all the ingredients in. So I'm gonna put the brown sugar in here and blend it in. And then I'm gonna put the cinnamon in. Now I'm gonna put the vanilla extract in. Okay, I'm gonna peel the apple. This is my favorite peeler. Now that the apple's peeled, I'll use this corer and slicer. So I've got my 8 slices now. And the core. I decided to use the cinnamon sugar I already made. So I'm just going to sprinkle it on. Then I get a piece of apple. I start on the wide end. And I fold it over. And just go all the way up. And then on the edges, you bend it over. Because the apple kind of sticks out a little bit. So you kind of move the bread up to cover the ends. This is what it'll look like. And I'm going to put it in a greased pan. But before I do that, I'm going to add the apple cider in. Now for the magic. This is wonderful here. I've got this goodness here. And I'm going to spoon it over each one. Oh man, this is going to make it so wonderful. The crescent rolls are finished. They're beautiful. They're coated with the sugary goodness, and that is going to develop into a sugary syrup on the bottom that we'll be able to spoon on top of it when we plate it up. I'm going to put the oven at 350 degrees for 35 to 45 minutes. Now to see the dumplings. Look how beautiful that is. Now for the taste test. We'll start with the apple roses. Look how beautiful they are. We liked them so much we put them on pedestals. It ought to be an excellent dessert. Now it's time to cut into it to see how good it is. The puffed pastry is great. It's so flaky. Now for a bite. It's like a apple pie but better with a crispy crust. Incredible.
Now it's my turn to try the rose. I'm gonna go ahead and get mine here. This looks phenomenal. Let's see. Oh my goodness, this looks amazing. Oh wow, let's see. That is an excellent, excellent treat for breakfast or dessert.
Now it's time to taste the second dessert. Look at this dumpling. I'm gonna get a little bit of ice cream. This is outstanding.
Now it's time for me to try some. Let's see. Gonna get some. I'm gonna do what Dad did and scoop up some ice cream with it. That is like cinnamon sugar perfection. Wow, that's amazing. I loved the rose. That would probably be the one I'd want to eat for breakfast time. This is definitely what I would want to eat for dessert. What did you think?
Oh, Katie, I love apples. They were incredible.
Yes, they were awesome.
The apple roses were like an apple pie, but they had the flakiest crust and beautiful.
And those dumplings were to die for with the ice cream.
Yeah.
You can't beat that for a fall dessert or even for breakfast. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and comment your thoughts and feedback. If you haven't subscribed, please be sure to do so, and also click the notification button. We post new videos every week, so by hitting that notification button, you'll be the first to know as soon as the video goes live.
Please help us get the word out. Share on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
And don't forget to submit questions that you'd like answered with our Q&A. We will see you guys next week. Bye.